A man in Texas has legally changed his name to literally anybody else. That's in quotes. In order to run for president, he said that he made the change to highlight the fact that most Americans want anybody besides Biden or anybody besides Trump to be president for the next year. And he says, you know what? I look at the numbers. There's a lot of people that will vote for me. Go ahead.
I mean, if you really had him on all 50 state ballots and people just saw, oh, literally anybody, hell yeah, I'm going to vote. I mean, this guy could become president if he were on all the ballots. And I do think this is a humorous way, and to be honest, he's serious about it. He's filed with the FEC. But it's a humorous way to bring to light this big issue that we do have, which is
300 million Americans.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's ahead in the polls at any given point. Not all, but most Americans still say, yeah, I'll vote for this guy over this guy, but I really don't want either of them.
Yeah.
I want new people with new ideas, because when you're running the same two people you did 4 years ago, those aren't new ideas. It's not a way to move the country forward. It's a way to either put us back to 4 years ago or continue what we've got. And everybody says, we want new.
Yeah, he's counting on the fact that 60% of the American public says they're not at all enthusiastic about the choices they have. Not at all. He's saying, well, okay, have Biden, Trump, and literally anybody else on the third rung, and I'm probably going to get a lot of votes.
I imagine he would. I mean, even writing in, which is one of the things he's actually encouraging people to do if he's not able to get full ballot access, is just write it in, because now that that's my name, if you write it in, that could count as a vote towards him. So it's clever. It is very clever.
He's a disabled veteran. He's a veteran and
a teacher.
And a teacher. The guy's not a nutcase. He actually understands there is that movement outside that says, wait a second, you got 300 million Americans, and these two guys are our choice? Really? Farron Cousins, thanks for joining me, okay?
Thank you.
That's all for this week, but all these segments are going to be posted right here on this channel in the coming weeks. Make sure you subscribe. I'm Mike Papantonio, and this has been America's Lawyer, where we tell you stories every week that corporate media can't tell you. They literally can't tell you because their advertisers won't let them, and they'll lose advertising dollars if they do. Or their political connections are so Democrat or so Republican that they can't even think about coloring outside the lines because they'll lose that influence. You know what? We color outside the lines every week here, and we hope you'll join us for that. See you next time.
That it had helped dirty money flow through its branches around the world, including at least 800...
Plaintiffs allege that the defendants provided money and medical goods to terrorist groups Hezbollah and Jaish al-Mahdi.
This is a well-organized business for these individuals that carry out these attacks. Terrorism is a business, and they run it like a business.
They knew about what was going on for a decade. They absolutely, no question about it, knew that HSBC was washing money. They had every reason to understand it was for terrorism and it was for drug cartels. Took no action whatsoever.
These banks are involved. Their accounts are connected, and they're using them to mask the transactions. The more complicated they can make the transactions, the more distance they can put between the bad guys and a seemingly legitimate purpose of these funds.
They pay $1.9 billion, which is a drop in the bucket compared to what they've made, and nobody goes to prison. These CEOs, these bankers that made this decision, they're safe at home. They know what they've done. It's resulted in the death of Americans, contractors and soldiers, not just hundreds, but thousands. And we look the other way because they don't look like criminals. The die is cast. The people that are responsible are on Wall Street.
And they don't look like criminals. It's almost a suspension of disbelief. Sometimes I'll have people call me and say, is this real? Do they really get away with this? Yeah, they do.